You've entered the Houston Running Zone, the ultimate podcast for runners in the Houston area, featuring the everyday runners who inspire us, clubs, gear, races, and runcations. Houston, we've got the runs.
All right, today in the zone, I have a marathon runner. She was the president of the Bayou City Road Runners, also the president of the Houston Area Road Runners Association, which kind of looks over all the Houston running clubs. But most importantly, she is the creator of the Alex 5K. Coming up here in early November is Kathy Mahon. Kathy, welcome.
Hello. How are you?
I'm terrific. I know we've discussed a lot since we hit record, but let's get right into it. The race, Alex's 5K, raises some big money, some amazing organizations. You started this race. Can you kind of tell us the inspiration on why you started it and, where you like to see the race go and some of the causes?
Sure. So actually, I didn't start the race. The race was started by my good friend Laura Allen, who was at that point president of Bayou City Road Runners. And
okay. So she started it for you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Terrific.
And she was race director for many years. I've sort of Milan and I've kind of taken over the last couple of years. She put a lot of time and love and energy into it. And so the basis of the race is we had a son with autism. His name was Alex, and he passed away. When he was 17, sort of suddenly. And so the Laura Allen and the Bayou City Road Runners started this annual race to honor his memory and also generate money for autism charities. And we've had three charities for the last few years. One of them is Autism Speaks, which is a nationwide organization that advocates for autistic individuals and families, and also does a lot of they raise a lot of money for research. They have a research grant funding program. That was one of the first things that was started with the agency, actually. So we're involved with the Houston branch here, but the money, I think, I guess, filters through back to the national organization. So some money goes there. We have two schools we support. One is called Avondale House, and that is the school that our son Alex went to. It caters mostly to sort of lower functioning individuals with autism. As most people know, there's a spectrum with autism. And so for example, nonverbal or kids with behavioral problems, for example, who have trouble learning in a traditional school setting, or they would be accommodated at Avondale House, which has, I think, about 27 different school districts and kids there, that if it fits their needs. But they have they have a school, and now they've started a preschool program, I believe, preschool or kindergarten program. They have school up to, the school goes up till the child is like 21 or 22, depending on when they age out. And they also have a day habilitation program for adults with autism, and they have several group homes that people can live in a group setting as they age out and are no longer living with their parents. And they also, I think, they have a new vocational resource program to help individuals train for jobs and find them jobs and things like that. So that's amazing. That's one of the. Then that's our main beneficiary, actually. Then we also give money to the Westview School, which is another school catering to individuals on the spectrum. In this case, higher functioning individuals. It's one of the oldest schools for autistic kids in Houston, and so they also get some money. And that's a very good school as well. Been around a long time, and they do a good job as well. So that's where our money goes. And we give, basically, after expenses, we give 100% of the money to these charities every year. And we've been able to raise over $160,000 over the last 10 years.
Whoa.
We raised $21,000 last year, which was we were surprised because it was a virtual race. We weren't allowed to have our real race, but a lot of our donors came through. Most of the money was actually raised from individuals. We didn't have that much corporate financing last year. And the nice thing about it being virtual was we had friends and relatives from all over the world participate. So we had, I have my cousins in Ireland did it. Milan's nephew in Slovakia did it. We have a friend in India who did it. We had somebody in Cyprus do it, and Australia. So that was a lot of fun. So this year we have a live race as well as a virtual option. So we enjoyed the participation from our more distant people, and also for people who just don't want to be at a live race, they have that option as well.
Yeah, that's cool, and that's big money for a local 5K.
Yeah,
but it's awesome. You guys are giving back, over six figures, which is great. But at the same time, it's not just a fundraiser. I mean, it is a legit race. You guys have some amazing after party. Now, this is going to be the 10th anniversary of a live race. Is that how you're putting it? Okay.
Yes. So normally, we pride ourselves in our after race party. We usually have basically Colombian rice and beans. We have breakfast tacos. We have St. Arnold's beer, very important. We have a kids race and kids activities after the race. And our kids activities are usually pretty epic. They're sponsored by the Crazy Cat Lady, aka Susan Sita, who's a big volunteer in the Houston running community.
She's an amazing volunteer.
Yes, exactly. And so this year it's scaled back a bit because of COVID. So we usually have an egg hunt, but we can't really see the kids milling around fighting for eggs during COVID. So there'll be something, but it will be more social distancing friendly, I would say. And then also the race. So we have a kid. We kind of try to cater to everyone because we have people come who aren't runners. We have some walkers. We have people who walk with their kids who are on the spectrum, or the kids actually run. So we have some recreational people. The race for many years has been the goal race of HARRA's Power in Motion, which is a very cheap, actually, Couch to 5K program that HARRA sponsors. This has been their goal race for the fall program for quite a few years. And so we have, some newbie runners, some experienced runners. We also have a competitive run. As I mentioned, we have 5-year age groups. We have first of all, we have cash awards of $100 each for the top male and female open and masters runner. Then we have 5-year age group awards that go 3 deep and up to 80 plus years old. In addition, this year, we've been honored to be selected by the Roadrunners Club of America to be the Texas State 5K Championship. We were selected a few years ago as well. And so that means that we are able to they award their own medals for the top open, masters, 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus, male and female. And they're trying something new with our race. They're going to have a 70 plus category. So anyone who's a competitive runner and wants to get a nice RCA award, please come to our race. And we also have a wheelchair division, and RCA is also sponsoring a wheelchair award as well. So,
that's awesome. Now, if you're slow like me, though, you still get a participation medal. Is that correct?
Yes, you do. So the medal we have is basically based on the logo design for the race, which was it's really a cute logo that has a rainbow and a rainbow ribbon. That's sort of this symbol of it's like basically a puzzle ribbon. That's sort of the symbol of autism, and it was designed by April Murphy, who is a pretty well. I think a lot of people have heard her name. She was the featured artist for the Houston Marathon. I think in 2019. She has a studio. She's designed several nice logos like the Bayou City Classic logo. She's also the new one, and the old one actually she designed. So we were really happy. She designed it, and basically we've been using the same logo, but the race medals will incorporate that logo, so they're kind of unique looking.
You made some good contacts as the president of HARRA there. So
yeah,
great.
Well, actually, April used to be president of HARRA. I mean, president of Bayou City Roadrunners.
Well, isn't it like the president of the United States? You can still call yourself president. I think that.
I think I can do. I got to figure out what number I am.
Yeah. But also, like for the people, so RRCA will give their kind of like an Olympic type of medals, I guess would be one way to describe it. Great organization. They do so much for the sport, but also for the 5-year age categories, they're actually very unique. They're not just your ordinary plaque or mug. Can you tell us about the uniqueness of the age group category awards? So that we have every year we ask the 2 schools to submit some artwork from the students, and we pick 3 to 4 different pictures from the kids, and we put that on a ceramic tile, so that the awards are basically ceramic tiles with artwork incorporated into it from the students. And that's been very popular. In fact, we've had to hide the awards because people want to pick them up and take them off before we have the award ceremony. Some people don't understand what they're for, but yeah. That's cool. I mean, that means they love it enough to commit a crime. So there we go.
Exactly.
Are you doing shirts or singlets? I always kind of forget which ones you do.
We do shirts. Okay. We do shirts. We've gone through different sleeve styles. We've had a singlet, we've had short sleeves, and we've had long sleeves. We kind of mix it up. This year we're having a short sleeve again, but probably next year we'll have a long sleeve again. So it goes back and forth.
Because I've noticed that a lot of people say, "Where in the world is it?" Alex, is it called "Where in the World is Alex's 5K?" And they kind of take it on vacation. I think that every running club should do this.
Yeah. So we sort of started this thing where we encourage people to take the shirt to on their vacations, or if they go somewhere and meet, a celebrity. So and have the shirt on with that. So we have I don't know how many hundreds of pictures of people, and they post it on social media with the hashtag "Where in the World is Alex's 5K?" So we've had things from I think every continent except Antarctica, and we've had even people scuba diving wearing it, taking a picture. We've had somebody in a hot air balloon in New Mexico took a picture, or deep, and so that's been really fun, and it's. It's been something that's kind of, brought a greater community together to do that. So.
You are in the Houston running zone. We've got the runs.
So what's the day of the race is always like the first Saturday in November. Is that correct?
Yes. So this year it's on November 7th this kids race starts at 8 a.m. and the 5K's at 8:30. And it's in McGregor Park. And I should mention this year we have a new certified course, because if you've driven over there, you know that the Calhoun Bridge is under construction. Huh?
November 6th.
What did I say?
7.
Oh, you have to edit this. It's November 6th.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah, so the Calhoun Bridge is not accessible, so we designed a new course that goes through around the neighborhood, and it's just got certified this week. So it's flat and fast. So I think that it's definitely wheel accessible. If anybody signs up for the wheel, is concerned about that, who wants to enter the wheel category.
Okay. Yeah. And I know the park, there's actually trees there, which is nice. I think they used that as an exchange for Texas Independence Relay one year. So.
Yeah. Probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I'll definitely, tag the website and all the social media so people can check out the awards, the shirts, the community, the fundraising, everything that they need to do. It's going to be an amazing race. So anything else you'd like to plug before I give you your bonus questions?
Yeah, well, I will say that I will offer your listeners $5 off if they register with the code RUNS, RUNS.
Terrific. There we go. Excellent. And normally they should be donating that back as well. So we'll just put that out there.
Whatever. Yeah.
Buy some extra shirts, whatever you need to do.
Exactly. And I'd also put a plug in for people to join a running club. You get more out of it. Most of them are really, the dues are really dirt cheap, and you get more out of it than you actually you get your money's worth out if you actually participate in. So
that's what got me into running was the pizza and the beer. I was like, oh, we got to run. Okay, there we go.
It's really interesting the correlation between runners and beer. It's kind of like the gateway drug to running is beer. I love a beer.
Yeah, it is crazy. Maybe it's just a social thing because people like to be social, or they feel more comfortable being social after a running. It attracts everybody. It attracts all walks of life. It doesn't really matter what you do or where you live. There's a club somewhere around you. Yeah.
The goal of Houston area road runners is to integrate all people, all runners over the area, and try to connect all the clubs and try to bring running to new communities that maybe don't have a running club or don't have a running tradition. So I think that's one of the goals of HARRA is to increase and attract more people into our cult of running.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, I always joke about being slow, but you guys have that amazing power motion, which is a couch to 5K, except for there's a little bit more accountability than just an app. You guys actually, meet a couple days. It was a couple days a week.
I think normally they meet one time a week for sure. And I think they have what they call unofficial PIM, where they meet the actual course is 10 weeks, but they sometimes meet other days unofficially. And they had to go virtual last year, and they're virtual now, as far as I know. They might actually be meeting. I have to find out, but I think that at least when it started this session, they were virtual as well. And I got some feedback from some of the people who did it virtually, and they really enjoyed it because they couldn't necessarily make it to Memorial Park at 6:30 or whatever on Wednesday nights, but they can go to the Zoom meeting, and they can do they get like a calendar, a training program, so they can follow that. So, there's lots of pluses and minuses about, being virtual. So there's a lot of good things that come out of having to do some things virtually. I think if it makes it more accessible to some people.
Yeah, I think everything's going to go hybrid pretty soon. It's like,
I think hybrid's the way to go. Yeah. Because not everybody can get to places, but also there's nothing that takes the place of in-person, interactions and teaching and that kind of thing. So that can't be misplaced by all virtual. So.
Oh yeah, there's just definitely a really good community, and look forward to. It's always my daughter's birthday weekend, so we'll kind of see what her schedule is. But either way, we'll definitely have some runners from our club that will be there as well. So
and we get good representation from Bark, so we're happy about that.
Sea of blue, but I think the purple wins out normally. So there we go.
Yeah, well, we're kindred spirits, so we always BCRR and Bark are kind of we're frenemies, I guess. Or
definitely. But when we meet by the keg, it seems to be like, hey, we're all wearing the same color shirt.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, and there's been an awful lot of mixed marriages between Bayou City Road Runners and Bark runners. So
yeah, but they don't change their running club. They keep their running club. Even
that's what's interesting.
That's creepy.
Most don't. Yeah. Yeah, so that's that means the running club affiliation is stronger than marital vows.
As it should be. As it
should be. Yeah. Well, then you have to argue about who has custody of the club. If you split up, if you have two different clubs, it's not a problem.
There you go. That's why you got to keep your so you can keep your club.
Exactly.
All right, Ken. Well, I got 3 more questions. Call it the lightning round. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. If you could run with anybody famous, who would it be?
Ooh, who would it be?
They don't have to be a runner. You can force them to run. That's the best part about this question.
I think somebody like Gloria Steinem would be fun to run with, but I don't know that she runs. Well, she's 80 now, so
you could take her. Nice.
I could take her, yeah.
Well, what would your discussion be?
I guess I'm fascinated by her life experiences, and I saw her speak when I was in college, because when I was a freshman in college, and it made an impression on me. So,
oh, super cool. Yeah. Well, it'd be good to catch up and let her know that they made a good impression. That's awesome. Good stuff. All right. A couple more. Question number 2. You've done a lot of races, and I did creep on you. You did an ultra as well. At least one ultra.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I did. I think 4. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
4.
I didn't want to scroll because you did so many races, and it showed like you did a 50K there. So yeah, 4 ultras. That's awesome. A lot of marathons. What is your all-time favorite race?
That's a tough one. I think the favorite one is Big Sur Marathon, because it's just spectacular. I also really enjoyed it. One time, several of us from Bayou City Roadrunners did the Warsaw Marathon, and that was really cool. We did that, I think, 2009. Anyway, it goes all through Warsaw. So it was, I think it was, part of it was the camaraderie, but also it takes you through all of Warsaw. So you see all sorts of things, including like a building that it was left kind of shot up from the war. So you could see, because that city was really almost totally destroyed. So that was really an interesting experience.
So you're a sightseer runner. I like it.
Okay. Yeah. So I did 10 Houstons, and then after I did 10, I've done 19 marathons total, and I think I should still do one more, just to round it out to 20. And I've done 3 or 4 ultras, but 50Ks. I'm not crazy. I wouldn't do a 50 mile or 100 mile. But now I'm more interested in destination. Oh, another very fun marathon is the Mahon Marathon in France. That was the last one I did with the Bayou City Roadrunner Club. And that one is I don't think it's a Boston qualifier, because there was lots of cheating on the course in terms of people. It's this race that runs through the Mahon region, where there's lots of wine production. So you run from vineyard to vineyard, and each stop there's wine and water, and maybe some Gatorade. And so you run to about 25 different vineyards. And then at the end, you have even food. You have like Chateaubriand, you have snail stop, ice cream, things like that. But everybody dresses, there's a theme every year, and everybody dresses in costumes. So it's real crazy. I mean, and we all dressed very conservatively, because we know running in costume for a marathon distance is going to chafe if you don't have the right costume.
Yeah. There's not enough glide that will.
Exactly. So the theme that year was outer space. So we dressed up like, with dealy boppers on our head, and shiny skirts and things like that. But some of the people have just amazing costumes, and
someone's going to bring a probe right now to show you.
Exactly. I'm sure there were there are people who were, they would they'd run as a team, and they'd have one person would be like an alien on a float, basically, and the other people were carrying the people. So obviously not everybody was really running. So, but if you win the race, actually the object of this race is not to race it fast, it's to have fun. And, but some people do race it. And if they win, they get their weight in wine.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I'm sensing a theme. You're all about the fun when you're running your marathons.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Once I gave up on trying to qualify for Boston, things got a little easier.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, it's the last one, and we kind of bridged a little bit of this, but what is your favorite culinary guilty pleasure?
Chocolate, probably.
Anything in particular?
Chocolate covered caramel.
All right, straight up. All right, cool.
Yep.
Oh, super cool. Any local place? You go for the candy bar, you make your own? What you got?
Oh, I haven't tried any local place. There used to be a fancy French candy store in the village, but it closed. So we buy stuff online usually, or lately we've just been eating, the pandemic, we've been eating chocolate every night. We have 1 or 2 chocolates, but it's all, before that I didn't indulge too much.
Yeah, it all got to us, but hey, don't worry, because on November 6th you can run the Alex's 5K, and then you'll have beer afterwards, so that's always a good one. Exactly. Beer and tacos, is that correct? Beer and tacos. We'll
have breakfast tacos and red beans and rice.
Nice.
All and right. Some other things. Yeah, there'll be some other goodies there too.
You got me already. Beer and tacos, we're good.
Did I forget anything? Hope I didn't forget anything. I think I got everything we do. Yeah.
All right. Terrific. Well, yeah, I'll definitely tag all your website and, of course, social media outlets. And Kathy, thank you so much for your time, and look forward to seeing you again, hopefully at the race.
Okay. Yeah. Be good to see you again in person.
Yeah, no kidding. It's been a while.
Been like 2 years, but
awesome. Thanks again.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks for visiting the Houston Running Zone. If you know someone you'd like to be featured in the zone, go to thehoustonrunningzone.com and send us a message. Until next week, always remember, Houston, we've got the runs.